GM, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Wake and Jake. We're here on a very snowy Monday. Both me and Jake are basically starting to get snowed in here, but we're here, making it happen. Another Monday. Market's starting to look not too bad, so it's exciting. It's exciting times. Jake, GM, how are you, bro?
Yeah, man, doing well. It always feels better when you wake up to some green, right? I mean, looking at my coin gecko right now, and it's just a beautiful sight. All these numbers going up. Yeah, man, doing well. We can get right into it here. Yeah, we're sitting at.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we're sitting at 88.4 about right now on Bitcoin right now, up almost 7% on the week. ETH is almost 2,100, up 10% on the week. Some ETH outperformance, so some rare ETH outperformance. Solana up 13% on the week, sitting at 143. And a lot of alts, a lot of meme coins up even more than that. So great to see some green on the board here. In general, we're kind of like at a almost critical moment with the breakdown. The 90K was support for several months on the higher time frame for a Bitcoin, and we broke down under that, obviously. And a regain of that would be pretty bullish because that would signal a false breakdown a bit. And from the people who I follow, again, not a macro expert, follow a lot of people do. Essentially, they're saying we close above that on the week, above 90K, and things look real bullish. With a good chance we go back to new all-time highs for Bitcoin. So that's good to see in general. People are pretty optimistic, I would say, on the market. Here's just some latest TA from Don. He just tweeted this like a minute ago. But he's just saying Bitcoin's looking hella cute this fine afternoon. And he has that line of 90K, like 700. As that support area. So flip that. I think we're looking really, really good in general. I know Don thinks that we flip that, we go to new all-time highs. Also, Web3 Quant, who I follow a lot and reference his stuff a good amount. He has been very notably bullish for the last week or two. He mentioned, I think it was the 15th or so. Stage set for 2 to 3 weeks of rally. He said that, on the 15th, so that was about 9 days ago. And we've been kind of steadily going up since then. We might have dipped a little bit at one point in that time, but we've been in general steadily going up from there. And then he tweeted, in the middle of the night, like 3 a.m. today, that we're getting into the sweet spot of the rally. Essentially saying, there's a good chance we get a sharp move up in the very near future, which would be great. If we were to obviously break through that 90K, go back towards the 100K area. So really good to see. A lot of this is coming from the regular markets rebounding as well. The S&P, which largely is being attributed to the eased off stance on tariffs from Trump. He's talking about being only applying tariffs to selective markets instead of broad tariffs on single countries. So that kind of scale back of in general is making the markets feel better about things on macro. I think, obviously if you were to ramp those back up again, then we would probably see, a likely dip again as expectations once again would change. But in general, it's good to see markets feeling a bit of relief here. S&P up almost 2% here on the day. So yeah, things are looking up right now. We're still kind of almost at that I guess breaking point, if you will, around the 90K area. So if you want to wait to be risk on, I think that's perfectly fine until we actually like meaningfully break through that area. But in general, I'm feeling pretty good about things, especially in like the next week or two.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm feeling good, bro. It's we've been waiting for a while now. I think it's been a few months where we're just like super choppy and up and down, and obviously this is still part of the chop, but it feels good to have a little bit of green. But to me, it's the biggest indicator is Fartcoin, man. I'm looking at it. I've been looking at it forever now. I've been DCAing, buying and buying, but obviously my average is still a little too high because I started buying too high. But I've been looking at that as a bullish indicator, and it was in the 250 mil range, and it's back up to like 600 mil range. And if that's not an indication that we're starting to heat up again, and that coins like even altcoins and shit coins are starting to do okay again, slowly, I mean, that to me is a big indicator of at least the market being profitable. I mean, we always say there's always something to do in the market that can either keep you busy or make you money, and I feel like we're kind of getting back to that, and it's fun. Like each cycle has its ups and downs, and it has its moments of kind of bearishness, even though we're not in a bear market. And I kind of feel like maybe we kind of started turning the page already and are back on the right direction, at least momentarily, until news shifts again, because we know how it is. It's so unstable right now, but it's been fun to see. At least, there's profit to be made. And yeah, I mean, I can't wait. I just hope we get really, really going again and we start hitting all-time highs again. But for now, it's fine. This is a good pocket of activity. People that are active are getting rewarded. A lot of people are not active, and they're going to probably feel a lot of FOMO soon, I think. Like we always see, right? We see people coming back like in droves as soon as other people are making money, and they kind of come in a little late, I think. So if you're active right now, I think just pay attention. There's a lot of things to do for you to make money right now.
Yeah, Fartcoin's definitely the notable one. It's up a little bit over 100% on the week. So it's been ripping, that's for sure. It's still certainly my favorite like overall meme coin slash AI coin. I like that it kind of fits in both those buckets. It's an AI coin that you have no execution risk on, no fear of like competition, just because it's kind of just a dumb meme. And it already has reached that buy-in point from outside of crypto in the TradFi world with all the headlines that it garnered during its first move up. So I like the fact that it's kind of already broken through, and like a lot of people already know about it outside of the crypto world. So it has a better chance, I would say, at snowballing to higher highs. And we're seeing that it's been the leader. It's kind of front ran Bitcoin on this pump here. So I still really like Fartcoin. I haven't rebought my personal stack yet. I certainly wish I should have, or I would have. But is what it is. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Fartcoin, and then just in general, alts are looking pretty good. Meme coins, surprisingly, which have been showing a lot of weakness for months now, are the ones that have been popping a good amount. Recently, Popcat up 17%, Mall got 15%, Pudgy's about even, but it's kind of like a hybrid meme utility type thing. Whiff up 17%. So yeah, and then like AI sector as well. Hasn't been going crazy, but it has been showing a little bit of signs of life in different pockets. Like stuff like the hot stuff like AXBT, AIXBT looking good this morning. Goat virtual all up a bit, but not any type of crazy outperformance in the AI sector yet, outside of Fartcoin, which is kind of a hybrid again.
I feel like that's going to come around again. It's just such a big narrative in general for the world right now that it feels like it's just, it'll come back. It'll have its time again. And the main runners will run again. It just always happens. It feels like where, a meta kind of dies down and all of a sudden people have this months and months to accumulate and they ignore it. And all of a sudden we're back to like close to all-time highs. Sometimes we blast through them. I'm not saying AI is going to blast through all-time highs. Maybe it will. I don't know. But I'm just saying how it usually happens, where we get another cycle in a meta and it does really well. So I think AI is not dead. It's just taking a breather. It was a little crazy and it's trying to find itself. We need to AI itself has to kind of, like, people that are interested in AI need to invest in the right companies, and then those will move, and a lot of them will stay dead, just like we see with every other meta, really. So I think that's going to be fine. A lot of them are going to do okay.
Yeah,
Even Hyperliquid came back
there are
big.
actually some really good ones.
Yep.
But I needed to update my AI watch list. But stuff like Arc and Alchemist, which I didn't have on there, those have been ripping quite a bit, especially today. Arc is up like 55%. Elk is up like 55%.
Wow,
So
Arc
there
is up.
definitely is
What's
pockets of like coins that have been around a lot that I think a lot of sharp people have been on for quite a while and are still holding and believe in. Those have been, it's good to see. I mean, I think these are the kind of coins to where I would want to get into the ones that make sharp moves up early, that people are kind of wanting to buy. I wouldn't want to, I don't know. I feel like these kind of ones that show early strength are also the ones that will continue to show strength, and they still have quite a bit to go to reach the all-time highs. So I wouldn't. I don't know. I personally would not want to try to play the game of all right, what's next to pump. After these ones, I'd kind of stick with strength for now because there's still so much more room to go.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. And yeah, it's too bad you got off Fartcoin. I mean, it's what happens, right? So much time. We're like, oh, I have time to check it out later. I'll let it keep crashing, and then we lose sight of it, and it's just maybe I should have just been DCAing all this time. It happens to me all the time, man. And even with Fartcoin, I started buying in the 500 mil range last time, and I bought maybe one or two more times lower to bring my average down, but it's still not as low as I'd like it to be. I should have just kept buying, really. But hey, hindsight's 2020. What are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Just try to learn and move on. There's other cooks anyway. But yeah, it's nice. I like to see activity back. And it's funny, just a little side note, but I was watching a Joe Rogan podcast. I think it was the one with Antonio Brown, and his little guy, his friend there that helps him, Jamie, was telling him, "Oh no, meme coins are dead, man. It's over. We can't even launch when it's over. It's over." And that signaled such a bottom for me because this was like last
Yeah,
week or 2 weeks ago. Because when people start really like calling it quits and saying, like mainstream starts saying, "Nah, it's dead, bro. They're all getting wrecked in that sector, or whatever." That's when you know it's just about to bounce hard because they all call it quits, right? So that for me was really like, okay, yeah, I need to start looking at meme coins again. And I have been paying attention. I haven't been playing as much as I should, but like just in general, it felt to me like a real bottom signal for me. But yeah,
yeah, I agree. I think there's been some pockets of outperformance as well, which has been really good to see. Before we get too deep in it, I kind of want to open up a bit. If anyone had anything on macro stuff or some of the bigger alts or AI or what we're kind of talking about already. Cool. But yeah, just in general, I think there's been some more runners recently. I would say on the meme coin front with some new launches. Um, it's probably I think probably the best risk return right now would be getting in on established stuff that's down quite a bit. I think stuff like Flog I actually really like, where it's kind of just garnered such a good community, but it's down a huge amount off of highs, but it's showing a bit of strength. Yeah, up about almost 30% today.
nice.
But it's still only like 50 million, and Frog used to be what, like 500 million or whatever, 400 million. Oh yeah, almost 700 million was its all time high, right? So that's still like what 12, 14x or whatever from here, 14x from here. Um, so I think stuff like that where it's established and it's had quite a bit of dip, and it's basically sellers are all but exhausted by now after being down only for a few months. And if the greater trend is up for a little while, then I think you can get some outsized returns on these established communities that are really not at crazy valuations, despite pumping a good amount within the last day or so.
And it started finally getting listings too. I think it got KuCoin not too long ago, and it kind of felt like it fell into the void. Nobody really paid attention to it, and I'm guessing like the volume I'm seeing here today, it must be some other listing that came in or something, or news that might be coming up because it just spiked like crazy the last few hours. But still, yeah, I mean that's a good call. I feel like it's primed to move back up. They never stopped. That whole community just keeps going, and it's a feel good project. And feel good projects that are also memes, you tend to do well over time. So yeah, I feel like this is a good call. I might actually DCA some more, even though I'm already way over invested into Fog. I'll do some more. I'll get back in there. I had sold some actually up when we were still in like the 200 range, 300 range. I told myself I'll get back in, and I actually bought more Pengu, and that torpedoed to zero. So I'm a little bit in a bad spot. And I hope Pengu 2 bounces back, which I think it will, because that 2 is just, I mean, how can it not? It has everything going for it. Abstract's doing well. Penguins, you know what I mean, are doing well. And they have their own ETF coming with, or they filed for an ETF, I should say, which is crazy. So hopefully they bounce back. I mean, I could see that one running too, but yeah, Fog and Pengu, I'm still invested in those, and I like them for the future. We'll see where it goes. Yep.
Yeah.
Good times, man. I hope it's good times for us. We deserve it. Give us a few, a few weeks of good action. Give me a few weeks. That's all I'm asking for.
Yeah. It kind of just feels like it's up to if Trump actually does want to ease up on the tariff talk. In general, it's unfortunate that it's so volatile. I'm really not sure, but hopefully, I personally wouldn't go crazy risk on, but I think there's some good spots
Yeah.
that you can take on some undervalued stuff that's been down quite a bit. Buying spot, and it's still pretty good risk return from where it's at right now.
Yeah, I'll admit I started a little too early. I started splurging like on shitcoins like a week or two, like 2 weeks ago. I was kind of like sitting on my hands for a while, and two weeks ago I went a little harder. I told myself, let me place some chips, but I think I placed them in the wrong ones because they just weren't like. Other than Fartcoin that did well, I don't think I did too good there. I was a little too early. I should have just kept DCAing, but or just playing, because there was a lot of activity daily, but just not on things you should be holding, and I just held some of them a little too long. But yeah, there's money to be made. Like you said, Jake. Not it's not time to get too crazy, but it's it's good time to get involved and just pay attention again, because you don't want to be playing catch up when it is really moving again. So I think it pays to stay involved.
Yeah, there's been some nice runners on a day basis, going to like 20, 30, 40 million or so, but they definitely fizzle out quite fast. You kind of just got to play the rotation game, and try to get a decent entry if you can. Otherwise, just fade it and wait for the next thing when it comes to the low cap stuff.
Yeah, we had memes too, that like some of the newer memes, like the routine. I'm sure you guys have seen that guy, that ripped guy that wakes up in the morning and dumps his face in water with his mouth strips and then goes running, and like it was all over Twitter. You could not have missed it. It had over 600 million views on the initial post that the guy had on it, and there was a meme coin associated to it called Routine, and it ran from like 100K to like almost 20 million or 18 million really fast. So there was money to be made, and I think that might last, because even today I'm looking around and there's still people just memeing about the Routine coin. So I've been buying this dip actually here at 10 million. It was at 16 million not even like this morning, an hour ago. So I told myself, almost 50% off, I'll take that. And so yeah, that I think things like this might be good for quick flips. I don't know how long this meme lasts. Maybe it lasts a day or two. Maybe it lasts a week or two. But again, just looking for these opportunities. And there's been others. There's been there was that Donald one that did good last night. But those are always like really quick flips. You can't be into those too long. But yeah, I mean, there's some decent ones. You just gotta stay attentive, pay attention, and try not to hold the bag. Sell your initial quickly, and decide what to do with the rest. But yeah, there's money to be made even in the shitcoins. Anyone else on coins? Maybe I'm missing some. I'm sure there's some that did well that I'm not even considering right now. What has the community been cooking on? Yeah, BNB. There was BSC memes, Binance ones that did okay, but it's a bit of a mess over there. I feel like it's Jeet City too over there. They run but not too long, and the thing is they run hard if you're in the right ones. It feels like we need to be more on the inside of those communities to actually know where people are investing money. But I feel like there was some decent ones. It's just you never know if it's going to top out at 500K or a million, or if it's just going to keep running. And it feels like you need to kind of be in those circles to know what they're pushing.
Yeah, there was like a mini Binance season for like 2 days, and then it went away. It feels like that's what usually happens when there's like Binance stuff. It's like people get hyped about it for a second, and then it just dies off. real quick.
Yeah, I feel like that's us though. I don't know if that might be that too, but I feel like it's just because we're not in there that we don't see the daily runners and we're not paying attention to them, so we're paying attention more to Sol because that's how we're conditioned. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm sure they're making money. I'm sure a lot of people are making money on BSC. It's just we're not conditioned to look for runners over there every single day. We really just look for the really, really hype ones that come out. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Um. Oh, Cap deleted it, but he said Barra. I don't know. Is Barra running?
Yeah, AI said bear up 15%.
Oh, did he? Nice. Barra's running. Look at that. That's a nice little chart. Oh, got you, Cap. Nice. Yeah, that's a nice chart. Nice daily action. Even 14 days up 32%. Wow, I should have been paying more attention to this. 7.76. That's a decent price. I like that. Anyway, Bear's a good chain. It's very niche. The NFTs, I feel like there's not too much volume on them, and maybe it's a chain that's still trying to find itself. But I mean, it does have its fans. It does have people that are in on it. Just not something that's really caught too much of my attention. But again, you can't have your attention everywhere, so it's just not my specialty. I know a lot of people in here love Bera and are big on it. I've just been really more focused on what I'm already in, like obviously Solana and Abstract Chain. I've been concentrating a lot on there. But yeah, if you guys have more info on Bera and why it's running. Oh, yeah, next
So
week we have
save
the
that next
Grand
week.
Steady Teddies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta keep an eye on that. What's POL? It's running because POL just went live today. What's POL? Proof of? Or am I wrong about proof of? Proof of liquidity, the whole point of Bera chain. Ah, thank you. Every time we talk about Bera, I feel like such a noob. It's fucking crazy. But again, how much attention do you want to have on everything? Are you big on Bera, Jake? Have you played around a little bit on that, or not at all? I don't know if you're trying to talk, but you're not talking. Jake is scared of bears.
My bad. Mic got unplugged.
I got you. Yeah, I hear you now. Yeah, have you been playing around on Bera at all?
No, I haven't done any Barra stuff. I've definitely been fading.
Same.
Cap is real feisty this morning, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, he is. I don't know. It's every time we talk about Bera, he kind of, the bear comes out in him, the polar bear.
Yeah, maybe I'll check it out for these mints next week. It has been heating up. I mean, I like to see whenever a coin, whenever like a chain's underlying coin pumps a good amount, there's a lot of times obviously like more degen activity and opportunities on altcoins, NFTs, etc. on that specific chain. So that it makes me more interested for some quick opportunities if the coin continues to do pretty well. More liquidity, more volume, more opportunities.
Yeah, agreed. I'm just gonna interrupt to say that if you're looking to get Pokemon cards, I know we talk about it in trading card games here in our on our thread very often, but there's a drop currently happening. You should put yourself in line if you're looking to get cards. Go on PokemonCenter.com and buy whatever Destined Rivals ETBs, basically Elite Trainer boxes, you can, because those are going to be worth a lot. It's hype, and I'm seeing that they have a lot of stock. So if you're looking to get in line, it might take you a while to get through, but getting one of those is worth it. It's probably selling at like at $100, and it might resell for 500. So might as well get in line and try to pick one of those up. I'm still in line and waiting to get through, but I'm seeing all these bots absolutely cook right now. Like this cook group I'm in is destroying it, and it looks like it's unlimited stock right now. They haven't sold out yet, so might as well get in line while we're talking here, or even while they're still active. Like the lineup's been open for over an hour now, and they're still selling. So definitely worth your time if you're especially US or Canada. I think they still have stock. Yeah. That was just me interrupting for a little bit of Pokemon Alpha. Why not, right? It's so hot right now that it's an easy cook, easy resell.
I'm not into the trading card stuff. I guess would you want to give any type of rundown if there is like opportunities right now of like what people should be looking out for or if they wanted to get in?
Yeah, sure. Well, right now it's kind of hard to get anything at all. So that's why when drops like this come, you try to either bot it with a retail bot or just try to get on the site quickly, and line up and try to get whatever you can of the hot set. And right now the hot set is Destined Rivals. But Pokemon is just so hot that everything resells for super high right now. So any set that comes out that you can get your hands on is a good bet, at least right now. So yeah, I mean, the only way to get involved for cheap is really that it's to try to get the new stock that comes out, and the way to do that is basically pay attention. We alert the group often when it happens. It usually happens like by surprise because they don't want people like botting the site, and even then they still do. And we'll ping it in the trading card games site thread. But right now, the only thing you can really do is go on PokemonCenter.com, line up to get in on the site, and buy whatever you can from Destined Rivals. Try to concentrate actually on the Elite Trainer boxes, they're called. Those will resell for quite a bit, especially since the Elite Trainer boxes are usually Pokemon Center exclusive. At least that one is. And the ones with the Pokemon Center tag resell for way more than those that you get in stores. So definitely worth getting involved. And other than that, like, even if I told you to go in stores and try to pick up product, you can't find anything. All the last sets are all sold out everywhere. People will literally fight for whatever's on shelves when they actually restock. So it's been a complete disaster. And the only really way to even get involved is like this, or try to pick up some older product from marketplaces and stuff. But now everybody's so sharp that they're trying to sell top dollar all their old cards and stuff. Like even you, if you have some lying around, they're worth quite a bit, and I'm sure someone in here will even look to buy them off you. So if you're looking for advice even on old cards you might be holding from when you were a kid or whatever it might be, like this is the time. It's like the peak euphoria that I've ever seen in all my life for Pokemon. So yeah, just people are starting to take it really seriously as an extra avenue to invest in, like gold, like crypto, like stocks, whatever. Now you have trading cards and collectibles, and it's starting to really pick up steam, especially for Pokemon. So a lot of people say it's a bubble, but we've seen this bubble oftentimes before, and I would consider it more of a market than a bubble, where there's bear markets and bull markets. Sometimes it's super hot like we saw in COVID, then it died down for a couple of years, and now I would say it's like 5 times the hype we saw even during COVID for Pokemon and for trading cards. So yeah, it's just people are starting to take it way more serious as an investment vehicle, and they're dumping a lot of money into this. So yeah, that's my little 10-minute talk. If you guys want any more information, or if you want to get in on these drops and find out more about how you can get involved, just join us in that thread. We're always talking about it, really. And for me, like, it's been a hot area for me. I've been dumping a lot of money into these cards, either to resell or to hold for longer term. And I would say, yeah, just on that, if you want to hold longer term, you can even hold for 3 to 5 years, and you're going to make like 4 or 5 times your money, even more sometimes. So yeah, it's just a good investment to add to your portfolio, I think. And it's fun too. We rip cards, we have fun every week.
Interesting. So you're bought in. You think they're gonna keep ripping up higher?
Oh yeah, I've been involved in Pokemon for years and years. It's just now I've been collecting the newer stuff too. Like I go through phases where, obviously life takes over and you can't always be on top of this, and then sometimes it's kind of dead, or there's sets that come out that you don't like. So I've had my few years that I've taken off, but like I said, I'm in it in cycles. I have all my cards from when I was a kid. I have a big collection, really big collection. And then during COVID, I did the same thing. I started buying up everybody's collections, even on Marketplace, because people started pulling out their old stock. And now everything I bought back then is up a lot already. So yeah, I think to me, it's always been important to have some collectibles, and I'm glad that others are catching on too, because hey, my stuff just keeps on pumping. So it's been nice. We have some decent whales in here on Pokemon. I could tell you, I saw other people's collections in here, and there's a few guys, man. They're sitting on some decent product. What I'm doing now, though, is getting involved more into botting. And actually, I was going to set up my bot today, which is unfortunate that this Pokemon drop happened today, because my bot's not even set up. But I've been trying to get more into botting for retail stuff. And there's some bots that are out there that are exclusively for Pokemon, and they hit all the time. So Yeah, when I get more information on that, I'll relay here. But I know a lot of you in here even used to do some shoe reselling and botting, so it's very similar. It's Shopify bots. Um, so yeah, I mean that's been very profitable too. I'm in a group, and all they're doing is posting links on how they've cashed out 20 or 30 different like products today on Pokemon, and that's just like a 5x right there as soon as you get it to your house.
Have you tried or anyone else been into this like courtyard stuff? I'm looking on OpenSea right now.
Yes.
It's like second highest volume collection is like courtyard, which is all like trading cards.
Yeah, actually, I had a really good
On
one
Polygon.
last week. So my quick advice would be, look, it's really is gambling, and there are drop rates when you go look at their site, but I would pretty much stay away from the 25 or the $50 pack. And if you're really gonna go and buy some Pokemon, you're gonna want the $100 pack. And if you're looking to really degen, you'll get the 500 one. But again, the odds are that 70% of people here, that's OpenSea, but this is where you really want to go. That's OpenSea, but here's where you actually buy the drops, and they have them all the time. Where they have like basically a gacha machine that's up, and they have different sports machines for different prices, or Pokemon, a machine that always stocks up for different price ranges. But I'd say the sweet spot for me is the $100 pack, because you can get some really good hits in there. And even if you get like a bad hit, big deal. You just hold it for a few years and it'll go up, or you can resell it on their marketplace. They actually have like this program that basically, as soon as you pull a pack, a card out of the pack, they will pay out like 80 or 90% of the value of it directly. So you actually have the offer in as soon as you rip the pack, and you can accept that if you want. If you're not looking to cash that card in or whatever, you can accept it and just go back into the gambling and just buy more packs. You know what I mean? So until you hit something you like. But again, the odds are that you're gonna get something bad a lot of the times. So, but yeah, once you do hit, you hit like monster packs. So I actually had some courtyards from a couple years ago when they first came out from last cycle, and I had held on to them because I didn't want to cash them out and ship them to my house. And right now they're up quite a bit. Like I got really good cards back then, and yeah, it's just you have to think to yourself: do you think Pokemon's going to keep climbing? If so, then the packs are worth it. If you think you're just buying this now at the top and the packs are going to dump, that maybe they're not the best investment. But again, it's a gamble. Like you have like 25% odds of making really good money on these packs, and I think that's pretty good. Mazal, Courtyard is basically
He's not in
a
here.
market. Oh, sorry. That's why he's asking. Like I've been talking about it for 10 minutes. Dive Bar says it's a shitty hotel. But yeah, they've been going crazy. They've been doing very good over there. Courtyard is making a ton of money on the because they have their own marketplace. You don't have to. You can claim your physical and they'll send it to you. But a lot of the times you can just trade it a little bit like Top Shot back in the day, where you can just trade your card online. Then what happens is, let's say now you sell your card, right? Well, as long as it's being sold on their marketplace and nobody actually redeemed it for a physical copy, you're making royalties on that card if you unpacked it. So that's pretty cool. It's like a cool system. Obviously, your card's not going to sell 500 times. It's just a way of enticing people to come and trade on the marketplace, right? But it's still a cool thing that they have. Where let's say your card, you do have a popular card that resells 50 times, and you're the one who unpacked it, then you're going to make like, I don't know, 2% royalties on every single one of those sales in perpetuity until someone redeems the physical and they send it out to them.
Yeah, I appreciate the explanation. I had no clue. I didn't realize. I mean, I knew the trading card stuff was popular, but I didn't realize the courtyard. I mean, it's the highest volume NFT collection on the week in the last 7 days. Like I didn't know it was that
Yeah,
popular. Looks
it
like
should
it says it's
really.
all. The volume says it's all in poly. I don't know why it says 3.4 poly. That's weird. But it's all in like USDC. I was looking at the activity. So people are just trading with USDC on Polygon. It looks like
Yeah,
for the
yeah,
most
so
part.
it's pretty nuts. I mean, like I said, they have a rebuy program, so it's easy for people to dump their card and go gambling again. So I guess that's adding to the volume too, right? But yeah, I mean, it's nuts. It's fun. It just goes to show how much Pokemon is taking the world by storm. It's not even close on the volume right now. It's actually ridiculous. And every day it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger because people are finding it impossible to actually get new product. There's none out there. Everything is either super expensive on marketplace. So I guess also it's fueling that fire of, you know what, let me just go buy the cards that I used to love, or cards that are of Pokemon I really like that are already graded. And Courtyard's a good source for that. I mean, it's not even that expensive really. So yeah, even on secondary, you might find good deals on Courtyard, and then you pay to get them shipped to you. And they're already graded cards. I like it. I'm enjoying Courtyard a lot. I'm glad they're still around. They're having success. There's another one too. Crypt. What the hell was it called? The Crypt. It's on Solana. I have cards of that one too. Let me go take a look fast. I'll find it for you. Called Crypt something. But they are also big. They're starting to make a dent. Like there's 2 or 3 of these services now, and they're doing very well. But anyway, we could go on, and if I find it, I'll just say it. I don't know which wallet I have it in right now.
Yeah, we can talk about other NFT stuff.
Collector Crypt. My bad. It's Collector Crypt. So if anyone's looking at Courtyard, you could also look at Collector Crypt. They have. I could get the link here soon, but they have some decent pulls there to collectorcrypt.com. But yeah, go ahead. We can transition. We've talked about trading cards enough. It's just putting it on your radar because it's honestly been fun, and it's a good way to make profit right now. If there's so many markets that are dead, and for some reason trading cards are just fucking going crazy.
Yeah. General, I mean, NFTs are having a bit of a resurgence. It's hard to like call like an official bottom on these kind of on these things when they've been dead for, or at least dying or down for years now. OGD Farmer, who I respect a ton, who's a really good trader in my opinion, has a really good eye on sentiment of things, was early to like the AI meta of stuff, for instance. But he tweeted, chatting with a friend last night about portfolio allocation. I felt the weight of my idiocy when I wrote down 20% in JPEGs. I didn't dare tell him that I feel like it's probably the comfiest position right now. Basically saying he feels good about his NFTs at the moment. And there's been, a steady uptick across the board on NFT stuff for a while now, especially in the past week. Things have been looking better. Past month, Pudgies are up 16% on the week. Little Pudgy's like 22%. Azuki's up 13%. Bored Ape's up 5%. There's a lot of other pockets of stuff. Ketogenesis, crypto punks have been pumping a bit as well. And then some of the new mints I know that have been shared in here across different chains, really. What's interesting is there's been stuff doing well on I feel like 4 or 5 or 6 different chains. There's been new collections. I honestly have still been fading quite a bit, but I've for the first time I feel a bit of a possibly like a wave coming for NFTs, and I'm actually starting to want to dedicate some time to pay attention to things on the NFT front. I don't know about you or anyone else. Curious about just general sentiment around where NFTs are right now.
Yeah, it feels good. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of volume on them. Obviously, the Pudgy stuff is fueled by ETFs, but it's nice to see that the market crash and NFTs didn't go to zero. It's been, I think we're kind of in a place where, they're hot. They're getting hotter. Even mints are minting out quick. Pre-sales are getting filled. So it's nice. It's like those things you want to see, right? When you want NFTs to do well, and a lot of them have been doing good on secondary. Others are doing worse than, like the Ryui whatever one was an inexpensive mint. So that's kind of on them at 0.09 on abstract, and it's as soon as it revealed, it tanked down to 0.04. But all the abstract stuff is doing very well because there's a utility to them, and you can farm abstract with it. And like you said, Bored Apes are up. I would like to see them way higher. Actually, I've been waiting for that pump forever to the 1 to 20 ETH or whatever, and it just hasn't come. Pudgies are doing well. The punks are doing well. I mean, there's pockets of activity, and it's nice to see. Other ones that haven't been showing too much like promise are crashing, like meme land captains, and you know what I mean. But that one was easy to see because they even did like that. They even dropped another token called Pain, so we kind of saw that one coming. But yeah, I mean, pockets of activity, like communities that are doing good things and are farming for other stuff. Obviously, those are doing well, and like even Good Vibes Club, it didn't tank that much after its all-time highs. It's still at 0.3, so people that minted that are still up quite a bit. Like it's nice to see that didn't go to 0.2. It's good signs, right? And then obviously on the ordinals side, well, we have Mad Lads that are doing well. They just started their farming. Sorry, and then Solana. Um, Mad Lads are doing decent. They're still at 52 Sol. They just opened up their farming for the token for their platform on exchange, on Backpack Exchange. So that's doing all right. People have been staking them or to get points to farm Backpack token or whatever it's going to be called. And then on the ordinals side, you have nice activity on Bitcoin punks and Bitcoin puppets and node monkeys lately. Obviously, they're still kind of low at 0.045, but they've been getting decent volume. And then now everybody's looking towards the new drop from Taproot Wizards. What is that?
Yeah, that's tomorrow.
Sorry, I'm getting noise on my. I don't know where that noise is coming from. I guess I got through on one of my. Oh, my bad. Sorry, one of my tabs just went crazy and blew up my ears. Um, but yeah, so tomorrow's Taproot Wizards, that one's a little weird. I mean, I'm kind of on the side that it's too expensive, and some people are still gonna mint it and they're still gonna buy it. But 0.2 Bitcoin, you're really gonna give up 0.2 Bitcoin for this drop that hasn't like happened, and everybody's just been dying to get. Well, not dying to get, but it kind of faded away. I'd say like ordinals faded, everything faded, and now they're still gonna try to charge you 0.2 Bitcoin. I mean, some people are excited. I feel like it's still gonna sell out, but I'm just like I'm staying away from that. Like, what's really the upside of something at 0.2 Bitcoin, right? What are your thoughts on that, Jake?
Um, yeah, I'm not tapped into ordinals like really at all enough to have a strong take there. I think if I know it's by far like the most hype ordinals drop for like 2 years now, right? It's like the biggest expected one, but also the market is much in a much worse spot than what it was for quite a while now on the ordinal stuff. But yeah, I honestly don't have a strong take. I would like to hear other people's opinions for sure. I one data point I do have is that I saw a screenshot of Udi, who's like the founder of Taproot Wizards, in Punk's chat, in some like Punk's I don't know, group chat with like 500 800 people or whatever, talking about how he wanted to buy a zombie punk next week after the mint. So that seemed pretty bad to me. But besides that, I don't really have much info.
That is crazy. Don't tell me that he's actually looking to buy that. That's nuts. Like I wonder if that might be a meme because I unless that's true. If that's true, that's
Maybe,
crazy. But I remember
maybe it is.
it
I don't
happened a little
know.
while ago with
It
it happened. What was it with another punk or a bored ape? Someone from one of these drops did that, and oh, wasn't it the anyway? I remember this
Maybe
happening
it
with
was
either a shit
maybe
coin
it
or
was a meme.
maybe,
It
but
was a
let's keep an eye on that. That would be funny. That would be funny if it was true. I'd laugh so hard if that was true.
Is anyone participating in Taproot Wizard stuff?
I don't know if anybody in here is going to participate. I saw online like some of the big names like Min and everything. Min was looking to participate, and just I find it so weird, man. I don't know. It's so expensive, but I guess some people do have that money to spend. I don't know. I don't see the upside personally. I might be wrong. Like the cats did well, right? So whatever. We'll see. Gonna keep a close eye on it. If someone's doing it in here, please let us know. I'm curious. I'd like to hear the bull side, the bull case for it.
Yeah, just in general, I think I'm just gonna be paying a lot more attention to new mints, hot mints. I think I'm actually after this conversation today, I'm actually a lot more interested in Barra stuff, especially with it pumping and seeing all that TVL increase and flow over being bridged over to Barra. That makes me want to play around a bit over there.
Dude, I finally got through on my Pokemon and it fucking kicked me out of the queue, bro. I can't believe this. I couldn't check out. Everything was grayed out. I was like, nice, free money. And then all of a sudden, nope. They said, no free money for you today. But yeah, other than that, Jake, Barra, that's something that's definitely one side I have like a blind spot for. But Abstract's been doing really well, man. I've been having a lot of fun. Like those farms are fun. There's a lot of fun games on there. There's 77-bit that launched I think last week, and that's a cool game. I mean, it has its issues, but it's like an open world game where you quest and you have your little character that you level up, and it's cool. I mean, I see the potential of it. So for anybody wondering how that works, basically you just need to pay like for the battle pass. It's $30, and you just go quest through the game and it'll give you abstract points. You'll be farming points in that way. Other people in here are way more knowledgeable in the game than I am, but I just started playing last night and I'm enjoying it, just leveling up through the game and doing different quests. I mean, I'm sure after a while it gets redundant, but as things come out for it, I could see the potential of it. And yeah, other than
What
that,
game is this?
For a 77-bit.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've heard a good amount of people on that.
Yeah, it's good, man. Honestly, I'm actually impressed. It's obviously has a lot of bugs and stuff, but I've been enjoying it. It's really cool. You could get different weapons you could equip, and you know what I mean. You could buy the battle pass you need, obviously, but then you could buy like weapons on the market. Like they have like a microtransaction section that obviously use it if you want. But it's cool. Like they have a game that's being built, and so far with what they have out, I'm enjoying it. I just haven't done any dungeons or anything yet, but they're there. I know other people in here have done dungeons, and they're leveling up their characters and stuff. But just cool, you know. It's cool to have something that's actually working decently and that's built on crypto. Other than that, Gigaverse, I'm farming a lot of Gigaverse because I just find the game is cool, and Dith is shipping every single week, either by putting new markets out that you can explore, or just evolving the game a little bit and improving it. So it's been cool. I've been enjoying it. It's just really a simple rock paper scissors game right now, but I could see the potential of it and I could see how it can evolve. So I'm just staying involved there. I really like what I'm seeing. But yeah, it's just like we said last week. It really just comes down to trying different applications on abstract and farming your XP every single week. You know, you find like we did with Blast. Really try to find the cheapest ones possible and just get involved and grow your XP. And you know what? Try to have fun while you do it because there's a lot of fun farms out there. And that's all I'm doing really. That's how I'm looking at abstract right now. Similar for Pirate Nation, honestly. I'm just doing the same thing I always did, just keep grinding, and hopefully that'll reward me in their new platform and also with Pirate Coin.
There, cool, man.
Yeah,
Approaching the hour mark. I didn't have anything else on my list here. Anything for
yeah, me
you?
neither. Nope. Have you? How about Pirate? Do you know why it's pumping? Is there new news and stuff? Like, why does it? Why did it move that
I
much?
haven't. No, I haven't seen a reason. I saw. I think it was Fern say give like a recap of. Oh, here it is. I'll post it. Voice hang on chat. He basically said getting a lot of DMs of why is Pirate pumping, and he just gave a bunch of bullet points on why he thinks it is. There's like 12 of them, so I'm not gonna read all of them off. But basically, that he's just not. It doesn't seem like any single thing. Just that they've been building for a long time, innovating, and people believe in it and the long term vision.
I see. Yeah, good. I'm glad. Like, it's about time. You know what I mean? It's been a long time coming. Um, yeah. Hopefully it keeps going. More bullish. More bullish. Yeah, I don't know. Anybody else in here? Anybody else have anything to that we missed probably, or that you're bullish for this week, or that's coming up that we need to pay attention to? I guess it's worth mentioning that that we have Mintify. His token is finally coming out. I don't know how that's going to do, but Mint, the token Mint is coming out on tomorrow. I think, yeah, tomorrow. Thanks JD for that info. I completely forgot about that. Um, yeah, and then there's Wall TG2 on Thursday. We'll see. A couple things to look out for. I don't know if they're going to be that big, but maybe they inject a little bit of liquidity into our markets. At least we hope. We're always hoping for more liquidity, right? So there's that. We're just keeping an eye on new coins and seeing what's popping. But again, as always with these freaking airdrops, they usually just trend to zero. So be careful out there. And if you made bank on it, like congrats, happy for you guys. I think I just faded Mintify altogether, but yeah, I think it could do well. I don't know if it could do well over time. I think it's going to be the same as with everything else. People are going to collect it and dump it because Mintify. But yeah.
Yeah, great shouts. It's like everyone needs their coffee still. That's okay.
I
Yeah,
didn't look
that's
at
all I had.
the. Me too. Let me take a look at field reports real quick. I haven't looked at them today. I'll. Oh well, there you go. AI with his AI dropped the Barrett chain yield guide. There we go. You see, if you really want to get involved in Barrett, Jake, that's one thing you could look at right there. And the rest are from a few days ago. I guess that got updated. JD with his Ethos members list. If anybody's looking to get on Ethos, that's an easy way to go through it, and that's about it. And Ezrin has a Pokemon Alternative Investments by Ezrin. So that's another thing that we were talking about today that if you want to look into, he has a good little guide. Other than that, yeah, keep your head up and keep your head on a swivel. There's always something to do here. You know how it is. Join some threads, get involved, and try to make some money.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Thanks, y'all. Quick recap, I guess, on what we talked about a bit. Over about 90K for Bitcoin closing would be really bullish. Feeling pretty good about the next week or two here on things. Hopefully we get a sharp move up. I think it's well within the range of art outcomes. Really like the stuff that's showing strength already, like Fartcoin. Fog is probably one of my favorite memes to get in right now if you're just buying spot on stuff. NFTs a bit back. Would pay attention to new launches because there's been some nice ones recently. And then abstract farming still popping, Pirate Nation's popping. And hop in the trading card channel if you want to learn more, as well as check out Ezrin's food report.
Yeah, last call too on what Cap just said. Final BOSU today. That's a good call. I forgot to mention that. But the pre-sale, the guaranteed phase, I think starts today and lasts for 48 hours. I don't think the public is until Wednesday, but I could be wrong. I'm in that Discord. I'll take a look. But yeah, you wouldn't have needed to register for that anyway on one of the pings that I sent out last week. But something to pay attention to because it is really hype. So this one could do well. The mint price is $180, so I guess like 0.09 ETH or something. But there's hype behind this one, and it's made by some really good people, and people are really, really excited about this one. So put it on your radar, keep an eye on it, and let's see. Maybe this will be the next NFT cook. It has the potential. So yeah, keep an eye out for it. But that's it for me. Thank you for coming out, everybody. Take care, Jake.
Yeah, thanks, y'all. Have a good one.